Hey, everybody. Let's see. It's well into the stay-at-home slash so-called lockdown quarantine thing. I have not worked for 2 weeks. I've been trying to stay kind of busy, doing different things. Probably not as busy as I could, but I am doing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, different things. What it's like to be at home as I had a full day of it yesterday. And yeah, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about an email I got from a new listener. And yeah, just kind of here or there, kind of whatever. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I just finished my 4 mile run, and it was raining like crazy earlier, and now there's not a cloud in the sky. And I should be feeling upbeat, right? Endorphins from running, beautiful weather, nice view on the walk back. Um, but I don't, and maybe we'll look into that a little bit. But for now, it is Thursday, April 9th, 2020, and as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. Yeah, so we're all kind of in the same boat, right? Well, I guess we're not. I guess there's two boats you can be in right now. You could be in the kind of stay at home, can't do anything, or be part of the essential worker sector where you're working um, perilously, putting your health on the line to keep the world running, I guess, as it were. And of course, we kind of we're sharing the same dinghy in these boats, I guess, because when you're not at work, you're subject to the same kind of stay-at-home restrictions that the rest of us are. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's a weird time for sure, and it's the more I reach out to folks who have listened, are currently listeners, once upon a time, whatever, of the show, and I try to see how they're doing. I get a lot of folks who are struggling more now than say a month ago, and that's a real thing, right? I mean, we're kind of stuck out of our routines. We're stuck. We don't have the same, if you were one to if you were able to work, there's always some amount of social interaction with work. Unless you're an undertaker, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But we don't have those interactions anymore. And going to visit friends, if you were to do that, go to get coffee with friends, go on a walk with friends, a lot of us aren't doing, well, we shouldn't be doing any of those except maybe a walk, keeping our physical distance apart. But yeah, I mean, it's gotten me too, I guess. Like I was saying in the intro, it should be a good morning for me. I did a bit. I felt pretty decent running, a little faster than I should have gone, so I was a little out of breath, which is uncommon for me. I don't usually get super out of breath when I run. Um, and the weather's nice, and I should be doing okay right now. And I don't know. I mean, I just I did my typical 4 miles out and walk back, and I just got to thinking about different things. And my mind really wandered this time on the way back. I was listening to Baba Brinkman on Spotify, and I realized there are a lot of songs of his that I really don't like, but the ones that I like, I really like. And but my mind was just wandering a lot, and I was thinking about um, how I'm doing, how Nora's doing, how our relationship has changed, if it's changed since she's been working at home, um, how the kids are doing, how my girls are doing, um, and like I worry about everybody. This is weird times. I think there are some people, like I still think Nora's boy is he's actually probably a little more social with in the past couple months, only because of our bubble friends, bubble family from across the street. He's gone over to their house at night in the evenings and hung out a little bit, which is great. Um, but for the most part, he gets his social online, playing games and whatnot with friends and maybe strangers and new friends and whatever. Um, but everybody else, it's hard, and I don't know. Is it? I wonder how it's really affecting me. I know that I'm out of my routine, right? And I've gone on about that long enough, far enough times, whatever. And I'm finding a new routine. But now I got news that probably next week I'll have a few jobs to go do at Target stores, and then a few other jobs the week after that for a few weeks in Walmart stores. And Nora seems on board with me doing some of these jobs, and I explained my outlook with the company and all that. Um, but then that's going to ruin, like my new routine is going to be ruined now, and so I have to find another routine. And it seems kind of like why poor me kind of stuff when I talk about it, but I've come to realize it's valuable to me, and I kind of cherish. I actually enjoy these times sitting in my car recording a podcast. It feels like I'm doing something. I get something out of it, and I hope others are getting something out of it. And it's my I don't know, my gig, not my gig, my vibe maybe. I'm compartmentalized in this four-door car that I adore so much. Um, and I've been calling my mom like every other day, which is weird and difficult for me because I don't really have a lot to tell her, and she doesn't have a lot going on either. So we're just kind of rehashing the same stories a little bit. But I want to make sure that she's doing okay. And but aside from that, I don't get a lot more social interaction, like person to person, and I didn't really get a lot of that before anyway. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out why I feel kind of down today. And like I'm really in a spot where I'm doubting myself again. Like being able to make my decisions, to be able to know what my preferences are in life, to know I don't know, this is really existential kind of stuff, right? Like, I don't want to get into the specifics of it because it's not really content for this show. Um, but like, I wonder, like, how much of me is what like society says I should be, and that's just like the norms that I am. Like, I have such low opinion of myself. I have such low self-esteem, that it wouldn't surprise me if I were to find out that like the person I am isn't really me. Like I'm just following the norms because the only thing of me that's really me is I'm a good guy, and I don't like to rock the boat that much. Is that true? I don't know. So yeah, I'm just uncertain about a lot of things this morning. I I don't know. I don't know. Hang on, I'm gonna pause for a minute. Okay, I'm back. It was just a couple of seconds there. Um, I was really going off the rails, and I don't know what I want to say. I guess I don't have a firm handle on why I'm feeling down. And maybe there is no other answer than just, it's the state of the world, and everyone is feeling a little bit more down. And it's just my, the bar, the temporary norm is that everybody is, if everybody was a 7 out of 10, everybody's now a 6 out of 10. So if I was a 4 out of 10, then now I'm a 3 out of 10. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all it is. I don't know. And yeah, let's talk about this email that I got. I got it last night, and I read it this morning and replied. I think I replied back. Did I reply back? I think I did. And so it was from a listener, brand new, who just found the show, and they had taken their spouse to the emergency room for the 4th time in the past year, I think is what this person had said. And I apologize if I get some details wrong, new friend, if you're still listening. My memory is really poor. You'll catch on to that if you keep listening to the show. And really, like, in despair, like not really sure what's going to happen next, what the future really is. They have kids, and there was some mention that, the kids are kind of, I don't know, the indication was they thought they were like kind of numb to the situation. They didn't cry this time when their parent went to the emergency room. Like it's the norm, maybe. And I think of that. I'll take that part first and just say that kids are fantastically adaptable, and as parents, we don't want them to have to adapt to certain things, but they do. And as long as we talk to them, I think that them adapting is fine and healthy and normal. So I'll say that. But reading this email got me to thinking about my days 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe the time I started this podcast, and the years and months and years before that, and that kind of place that I was in. And there were probably a couple times when I was close to needing to go to the hospital. But I always, Nora always pulled me back, brought me that step back. But I wonder about this person who's 4th time in the emergency room, and they've done ECT, the shock therapy, it's commonly called. Been on medications, maybe not on medications now. The thing is, it's just such a, I hate to say it, but it's such a crapshoot with what maybe is going to work. There's like maybe 50% of what's out there will work for 50% of the people. So, that's like a quarter of us who are like find something that really works. And really works. I'm talking like how fortunate I've been on the medication that I am now. It's been over a year now, and it really turned things around for me. I'm not talking about someone who's maybe taken Celexa and feels a little bit better, but not really, stuff that's maybe just better than placebo. And so I wonder about this person, and I wonder, like, hopeful JP, me 5 years removed from where I was, is like, yeah, keep going. There's medication. And I know I've always said that, like, I believe there's a path for everyone. And I do believe that. I don't know it from this end. I guess it's not from this end. It's just my experience that I can see how exhausting. I know how exhausting that is. And I want to offer up support to this person, to this family. And, the best support I have, the best I can say is keep going, keep trying. Fight for finding the solution. And because when you find it, it's fantastic, and you're going to be so glad that you did. But look for all your resources. I don't know where this person is living, this family is living, if it's the U.S., if it's overseas or whatever. But there's resources to kind of get one information. And another thing this person had said was, they were looking for someone who understood what they're going through, who seems like, who find someone or an area or a group of people who kind of talk the talk kind of thing. And I've been a strong proponent of DBSA, and I think that was fantastic for me. And even though I haven't been in a good while, reach out to me. If I know I've got a lot of listeners, would you be willing to help out, to give some advice? I'd love to pass something along. And, with permission of this listener, I might get into a few more details to kind of help facilitate that. But I don't have that permission at this point. As you can see, I'm clumsily working my way around pronouns and things. So, yeah, just keep going, keep trying, and, take it day by day. And each day is a new day, and hopefully each day brings you a new nugget of information that could lead to hope, that can lead to a solution, that can lead to a healthier life. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and I haven't said this for a while, I guess, that, I'm around. If you all want to talk, if you want to bounce ideas, if you want to text, if you want to do whatever, I'm here, and I get it. I know a lot of what you're going through. We don't know each other's story verbatim. We're not all on the exact same storyline, but we get so much of it that it's only going to help to talk to more people. And I'm always willing to talk to whoever wants to. Let me get that out of the way, I guess. Jamolke@gmail.com, facebook.com/Jamolke, @Jamolke on Twitter, www.jamolke.info. That's JAMOALKI. Or you can text me in the U.S. or I think around the world on WhatsApp, 248-648-1419. And just, reach out, let me know how you're doing. If you want to chat about something, if you got something, emotional, mentally going on that you want to talk about, fine. If you want to talk about how much you miss the basketball season or the hockey season or, the early baseball season or whatever, baseball and hockey, I might not have a lot to say, but I can commiserate as I'm missing the NBA. So yeah, new friend. I hope you got my email. I hope I hear back from you, and it just keep fighting. Maybe this trip to the hospital unlocks something. I guess, like I said, it's a crapshoot sometimes, and you never quite know what's going to ring true to someone, or when someone's if you're just in the right space, then a thought or an idea can carry a lot of weight. A change of medication can carry a lot of weight. And, you've got to, the early on goal is to get to a point where the person wants to, like genuinely wants to, and has the ability to work on themselves. And that's one of the things that depression takes away from us, is just the real drive, the real want to get better, to be better. It makes us think that we don't deserve to be better. And you touched on this a little bit in your email, I think. Friends, there's a lot going on out there, and whatever kind of support I can offer up, I'm around. I'm not going anywhere. I've talked about ending the show, and I've put everything on hold for that. for this pandemic world that we're living in. But even if the show does end one day, then I'm still around. Those phone numbers and email addresses aren't going anywhere. The website isn't going to go anywhere. It'd be really hard to repurpose it at this point. Maybe a jamolke.com, maybe one day. But yeah, reach out to me. Let me know how you're doing. So yeah, that might be it. I thought this episode would be longer. I really felt like I had a lot to talk about, and I think I do. I just can't pull it together right now. Yeah. So I know I've asked before if any of you are music makers. I am looking for a little bit of help for kind of introductions, maybe a short interlude, and then an ending for my podcast my book that I will podcast. And something kind of intro, something kind of fun, light, I guess. And then something at the end similar to that. And then kind of like between chapters, between scenes in the book, I want to have like a little noise of some kind, like a power chord, or I don't know. I well out of my range when I speak about music. So let me know if you're up for that kind of thing. That would be fantastic. As always, I can't compensate you other than respect and adoration. But let me know if you're up for it. That would be great. I'd love to have something come from listeners, from you all. That would be fun. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. I appreciate all of you taking time to listen, choosing to listen to me still while we're in this this uncertain world, I guess. I know that some of you probably aren't listening to too much, and if you choose to listen to this show, that really means a lot to me. I hope everybody's safe and well, and their family is doing well, and we're all as healthy as we can be, and fingers crossed that science pulls us out of this sooner than later. We're in this together, and it's gonna take scientists and doctors to make this all come to an end. So listen to them, folks. And I don't know. I'm getting off topic here. So everybody, thanks for listening. I will talk to you later. Be safe and be well.